from your perspective, with all the new tools, like, do you have how do you think about like testing them out, looking at new tools or software or techniques? I know you read a lot on LinkedIn and you follow these groups. I've tried things I see on LinkedIn, or I've tried things, and like we had this whole series on Outbound Labs where I'm like, hey, send me your cool stuff and we'll try and validate it.
Mm-hmm.
We had a very low success rate of validating LinkedIn posts that we saw. Even like ideas I had, even tests we ran, we'd like validate and then invalidate it. Part of that process is such a small sample size that the data we're getting isn't really statistically significant. You're hoping that there's something that's directionally correct, but it's really tough to say. I'm curious, do you have a process? Do you have a style? Do you have a way you like to think about testing new stuff?
It's probably a little more ad hoc than it should be, but thinking of it now, I wonder, are there skills that maybe my team is needs some improvement around, or maybe things that slow them down, right? That I know we can speed up. And so if we go back to email writing for a second, maybe not long term the things that BDR, SDR should invest as much in, but like still, I think writing a good email or just being a good writer is still important. And so do we use a tool like Reggie or Lavender and say, okay, here was your initial canvas, let's whittle it down, but also understand the psychology of why it's better now, so that as you move forward, whether you're following up with a customer in a future role as an AE, like, how to write good emails. And so we'll experiment with the tool there. I think a lot of the vendors are pretty gracious in their trials. And so that's sort of like a skill development one. Then there's sort of the process optimization, which could be like, how to automate or create better lists or find targets or enrich data in other ways that we haven't before. And I don't need an earth-shattering outcome from those necessarily, but I want to be able to sort of nudge my team to then test, learn, and get better without me being sort of overly prescriptive in terms of what they should be doing from there.